My name's Prodbyglobal, just global for short. Well, I make beats. I'm a producer. And like I'm 24 and stuff. That's like everything.
My name is Prince. I basically just make art. I make digital art for the most part, and yeah.
I make hyperpop, trap. I have some genres I like to call grind beats, fight beats. My main sound is 2080s. I love 80s like vaporwave synths.
I really don't mess around with like traditional per se, unless like I'm just doing like rough sketches or just like rough ideas or just like doodling for the most part. But yeah, traditionally just like digital stuff. Most of it like kind of stems from like, I guess me just watching cartoons and stuff growing up, or adult animation or like anime, so.
A good chunk of like college I've been like making beats. I saw that my friend was like paying for beats and I was like, okay, you're spending this sum of money on beats. How about I just learn how to be a producer? That's really how it started, which was just like for friends. I try to find a good blend between regular trap beats or hyperpop or whatever and like the vaporwave 80s sort of like vibe.
I try to be hands-on when it comes to just like being creative or like draw like on a daily occasion, but you know, I don't. Maybe like 3 to 4 times a week.
My most favorite thing that I made, it's hard to really like put that down as one thing because there's so many different beats. The type of stuff I make is like newer stuff, but I can make a bunch of genres. I can play the piano too.
This is Finn and this is Jake, basically. This was something I made like during my junior year in school, but sculpture made of what this was. I think it was hardened plaster. It took quite the time. I think like maybe 5 weeks at most. Very task demanding. The rise of AI.
I'm a CS student. I should have went to school for music, but I understand how artificial intelligence can be actually beneficial with like a CS background.
I feel like that definitely does like have like a hinder effect. When you could turn to like a computer program that could get it done like that, versus somebody who takes like maybe 2 to 3 weeks to get something done, because people can be complicated sometimes.
I don't want it to really touch my music. I'm fine for it to be a thing that like, hey, I can get like an idea to like throw something off, like text, but never an image, never the actual art. Maybe the thought behind something, but never that. You can always say, hey, give me like a concept to use. All right, I'll use it for a show. Then I think AI is perfectly fine as a resource, not as the entire idea. This beat pretty much feels like a Walmart worker during Black Friday, just collecting like to check their coins and stuff. I wouldn't want to have AI make a global type beat. I don't want that. I want to sit there and make the type beat myself.
I'm trying to like do more commissions and, you know, get more work with like different people. It kind of is like, you know, kind of worrisome, especially when people expectations aren't met either. As of right now, I don't think it's that big of an issue, but I do think later down the road, it might be, especially with like, you know, payment or like reaching a certain agreement when it comes to the numbers. And if they could cut that corner, you know, with just simply AI, I mean, hey, I think they might actually do that. So at some point, you know, it can be like, you know, an actual option to like replace, you know, actual artists with just like SOAR AI or, you know, computer programs. So.
Personal touch is the thing I feel would be lost. Music comes out really fast when you're just having fun and making stuff.
Really go into like different aspects of art, because you learn a lot from like different mediums, you know? You can really use that to your advantage, especially when it comes to like understanding your own medium. That can really like, you know, bring you a long way, especially, you know, if you're trying to grow as an artist, so.
It just happens when it comes to art. You just make it enough and then something happens. Maybe it could help with the mix and mastering, but still, I want to learn to do that myself. I know how much it can be damaging in an art way.
Nighthawk Heavy